Hello, welcome back to Sil-Q with our hopefully Morgoth killing archer. So last time we managed to get down from 550 all the way down to 950. We did manage to smith the gloves that we wanted, which give us weaponsmith, jeweler and expertise, which is going to be required for smithing all of the other gear that we're going to need going forward. And talking about smithing, we are actually at turn 18,631 and we've only smithed one of the things that we need. So I actually sat down last night and figured out that if we get the worst luck and we only find 3 use forges on every single forge that we get from here on out, we're going to need 8 forges in order to smith all of the equipment that we need for the end of the game. So I think I really need to pick up the pace and start looking much more aggressively for forges. In our last game with the stealth stabber character, between 18,000 and about 23,000 we managed to find 4 forges. So going off that, it should take us around 6,000 turns to find all of the forges that we need. And I think we should have enough time to do that, but we also shouldn't dawdle. So I think I said last time we might go check out this little special room just here, which looks like Ungoliant's lair. It would be nice for the experience. We're still 13,000 experience short of our total that we need to cap out everything. But if there's a choice between going for experience or forges, we should probably be looking for forges instead. We'll get the experience naturally as we just look for more forges. We are standing on a down staircase at the moment. I think instead of taking this one, I will walk over to this one over here, just because if you take stairs too quickly in Sil, there's a chance that they'll crumble beneath you. But yeah, we are going to focus on finding forges as quickly as possible from this point, I think. This Wraith I expected to have run away by now. That's fine. Is it still worth killing these trolls? They're worth 23 experience, so yes. But they're probably all going to run down that stair, so let's not bother. Let's just follow them down. Yeah. We do have our Staff of Revelations with 5 charges, which is nice for looking for forges. Unfortunately, there isn't a forge on this level, and it is going to run out of charges pretty soon. So at that point, we'll have to just use our Song of Delvings instead, which shouldn't be too bad because our song score is at 15, which is decent. Okay, let's just hit... no, we want an upstair. This upstair. Come on, give me a forge. Okay, there is a forge. Unfortunately, it is in some sort of special room. I think that's Gothmog's lair. We forged something in Gothmog's lair in the last playthrough. So we're going to have to kill Gothmog probably to be able to use that forge. Probably still worth going for. So we should get a move on and make sure that we get that done as quickly as possible. We're a little low on arrows as well. We've only got 48 plus 3 arrows. Hopefully that guy... nope, I was hoping he would run down the stair, but he's fled up in a different direction. That cat assassin dropped some arrows for us, so that's nice. Yeah, we would like more arrows than we do currently have. Okay, so let's probably clear out the surrounding rooms before we tackle Gothmog. This looks like some sort of special room as well, actually. Okay, that guy did run away, so I'm not really sure what the difference between him and the last Wraith was. Yep, Gothmog's hole. I don't think we can get... There's a Hithrako in here, which is kind of nice, because I think that's the first one of those guys we killed. That's some more experience. Where is Gothmog? There he is, and he has noticed us. Let's run away. That's quickness, probably. And yeah, I guess we just shoot him. We're not doing too much damage. He has plus 30 to hit. Maybe we cough a potion of strength. And quickness again, actually. Quickness and strength. So we're doing a bit more damage now that we've got the extra damage size on our bow. We're being pretty lucky with our evasion rolls. He hasn't really managed to get... I don't think he's hit us once yet, actually. Oh, there we go. He's not getting feared, but he's almost dead. Cool, killed him. Cloak of Maglor. 2 song. Don't need that. Okay, so we should be able to use that forge now. We're probably going to have to kill a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see if we can get the troll to run down the stairs. Very good. There's a whole bunch of silent watchers in here. We can kill these guys because we have puncture. They've got 0 perception. Maybe we can just avoid them. Well, they've woken up now. So I kind of want to... The easiest... Oh, crap. We got swapped by the Cat Warrior, and it turns out there was another Balrog unique in there. Okay, we need to quickness again because he's fast himself. And we're afraid from that guy. He's not as dangerous melee-wise as Gothmog, so we can hopefully kill him without needing to quad for strength as well. We've got plenty of healing potions, I think. 11 potions. Well, we're not fast. Let's quaff our quickness again. That was our last one. This is not going too well. Let's just continue. We're using a lot of potions on this guy. And there's his buddies coming up behind us, which is not good. We really need to get that guy to run away. This is not good. Not good. I think there's a darkness guy in the room with us who we can't see. Yeah, something else is attacking us. How the hell do we get out of this situation? We need to be in a corridor. And we need to Miravor, I guess. Healing. This is so expensive. Healing again. Extremely expensive killing this guy. Healing yet again. Okay, finally. Wow, was... Okay, that's why there were 2 Guathrako. That was causing a lot of shadow. Maybe we would have been better off singing trees instead of Elbereth. Did he even drop anything? Not really. Oh, we dropped our dagger at some point. Man, we used up basically all of our potions of healing. We had 11 before we started that fight, and we don't have our quickness anymore either. Okay, let's scare the troll down the stairs. Thank you, off you go. Can we sneak past these guys and just use the forge? Probably not, because it causes a lot of noise when you forge stuff. Maybe we can scare them all out of the room and do it that way. We don't have any poison resist, but we do have some antidote, so that worked out not terribly. Okay, well we've got access to the forge. It's a 3-use forge. Let's see what we can actually make on here. So there's a few things we need to make. We need to make more smithing gear, and we need to make some artifacts that improve our evasion and dexterity. So let's see. If I make a Helm of Grace and what else? There was something else. So we've got a weapon that gives us grace. We've got an amulet that gives us grace. Oh yeah, so we need a light and a helm that both give us grace, and then that's our grace gear sorted. So let's put on the gloves. We need a light, lesser jewel, oops, lesser jewel of grace. We need to scare these guys away. That door is now open permanently. I think we'll have to just smith while being interrupted, which is kind of annoying. Oh, it'd be really nice if those guys would just run down the stairs. That's probably not... Actually, there is a stair in this room. Maybe they will. Okay, cool. We got our Jewel of Grace. We can wear that while we're smithing. Now we also need a Mithril Helm of Grace. I guess we can improve the evasion on that. That costs more time though. I don't know if we want to use up a lot of time. That's probably fine as is. 85 turns. Yeah, okay, let's just go with that. Let's see if we can chase that guy up the stairs. Apparently not. How many turns? 64 turns left. Well, maybe we can just kill him. Actually, no, I think he's got too much health for us to kill easily. Okay, run up the stairs, please. Good. There are a bunch of orcs and trolls in the upper right area still. Be good if we could get them to run away as well. Up the stairs. How many turns? 8 turns. Okay, there we go. There's our Grace Helm. So there's all of our smithing gear. Right? No, not yet. We still need a robe, which will give us +2 grace. And then if we're wearing the Spear of the Vanyar, that's another +1. Yep, okay, that's all we need. So we need to make a robe still. we've only got one use remaining on this forge, which is not enough to make the robe that we require. We need an artifact robe with plus grace on it. So with our one remaining use, what can we make? We can make a shield of deflection, which will be something that we need for reaching 60 evasion. So deflection plus 3 evasion. Man, this is like the most annoying smithing ever. Okay, cool, we actually managed to make it without being interrupted too much on that one. So I think we're going to ditch the Shield of Frost, unfortunately, so we're going to lose out on one of our sources of resist fire. So we are now up to over 30 evasion. I guess we can probably ditch... Well, no, we want to keep the True Sight Helm probably, in case of invisible enemies. We'll swap back to the Feanorian Lamp when we're not smithing. And the Gloves of Archery. We don't need to carry Mithril anymore. It would be nice to make a Feanorian Lamp of Brightness, but given that we're still 7 forges away from completing all of our evasion gear, we probably don't have room to actually make a Feanorian Lamp and burn a smithing use on that. Anyway, so that's our forge. We managed to use that, so that's pretty good. I would like to kill at least one of the Silent Watchers. Preferably more, because they do give us a lot of experience and they're not very difficult for us to kill with puncture. It's actually working out pretty well. Nice, managed to get all of them. And there's also some orcs here. I think we didn't manage to kill an orc captain back when we were encountering them, so it's nice that they've popped up again here. It's seeing trees, so we can actually... Oh crap, there's a dragon right there. He can paralyze us, I think. If we can't see him, it's fine, right? We're out of arrows as well, that's not good. Mithril Helm of Defiance, Crimson Potion of Healing is nice. Chest with short bow and an artifact bow, which we will not be using. Decreases our grace by 1. 5,000 experience, let's get some more points in evasion. We really need a lot more arrows. Let's actually stick those arrows in our first quiver slot. So we've only got 20 arrows left. Is there anything useful in here? Just an ancient spider, I suppose we can kill him. Maybe not, we're a bit low on health at the moment. Another chest with more poison. Okay, I think that's it for this level, unless we want to kill that spider. We don't have a lot of arrows, I think I'll just take this up shaft. And we can use our revelations and look for another forge. Okay, no forge. Let's make our way up to that downstairs at the top of the level and go from there. We don't have room for True Sight, so let's not carry that. Staff Understanding, don't need that. Okay, down we go. No forge. That's a shame. Looks like a bit of a special room over here on the right. We can poke our heads in there, I guess. Seeing Elbreth for that guy. He did run away. We're really low on arrows. Maybe at the next forge it's actually worth smithing some arrows, because we won't be able to do much if we run out of them. I don't think there's anything worthwhile in there. I guess we can just hit this upstairs. Or do we want to go... Yeah, we'll go for the upstairs. The min depth is 850, so yeah, that's fine. Last charge on Revelations. We'll hang on to the staff just in case we find... Oh good, there is a forge. Just in case we find a Staff of Recharging. A new potion. Potion of Confusion. Okay, we got some trolls. There's a stair right next to us. We can hopefully shepherd him towards the stair. Get him to run away. Good. And a spider. Okay, let's do the same with these guys. Off you go up that way. Thank you. Now we'll go to the stair. Excellent. Those guys were very well behaved. We have 4 forge uses on that one. So we can make our robe of grace. So let's put our grace boosting equipment on. Lesser Jewel of Grace. Spear of the Vanya. Our gloves. That's everything, right? Now we should be able to make a robe of grace +2. Yep, cool. Yeah, stick with that. You need to run up the stair. Off you go. Okay, cool. We need to drop something to make room in our inventory. Let's drop an understanding staff, I think. We probably could drop the mithril. Let's drop the mithril as well. Okay, now when we wear our robe of grace, we are up to 11 grace, which brings us to 27 smithing. So with 27 smithing, we can actually do a ring of evasion +3. So we've got one of our +3 rings of evasion. And we need to make one more +3 ring of evasion. We need to make a robe of dexterity. We need to make a helm, gloves, and boots. And then a melee weapon. So how many more forges is that? If we get another 4-use forge, we can do the other ring and the robe. So that's 1 forge. And then 1 forge for the helm, the gloves, and the boots each. So that's 4 forges left. 5 for the weapon. So we need to find 5 more forges. Ideally we find more than 5 because we would like to smith more arrows as well. Anyway, let's swap back to our regular fighting gear. We can probably drop the Corselet of Durin at this point. We've got 40 evasion. So we're pretty evasive. We can probably ignore a lot of regular monsters' attacks at this point. Let's just go up this stair and we'll come back down onto 850 because that's our minimum depth. And yeah, we are unfortunately out of uses now on Revelations. So we're back to Delvings. And we should just go pretty much immediately for the first stair that we see. If we do not see a forge right away. Okay, there is a web there. Should be fine, we've got free action. Let's sing trees. Okay, down here. Let's not deal with the wraith. "17 arrows is not a lot. We really would like to find more arrows. In fact, we might have to spend... If we instead just forge some arrows, that'll set us back one forge, but it'll mean that we can actually fight things. Maybe we should do that. So we can either do a robe of decks, or we can make more arrows. If we make 2 sets of arrows, we can also then make our 3rd ring of evasion. A 2nd ring of evasion. Maybe that's worth it. Okay, so let's get all of our grace gear on. That's everything right? 27? Okay, let's make our ring of evasion. Our arrow broke. And we are interrupted by a vampire. Let's close these doors. Okay, there's our next ring of evasion, so we're set for our rings now at plus 41 evasion, and I think we do probably just make some arrows because we're very low on arrows, and if we're going to be smithing arrows we should do piercing because we're going to want them for Morgoth. That guy busted down the other door. We can wear those, and more arrows of piercing. 35 arrows of piercing, okay, so we're a little bit better on arrows. We should probably just go down. No, wait, we want to go up. We're on 950. Let's find an upstair. Have we found? I guess we've... Yeah, let's head for that upstair over there. Doesn't look like there's another forge immediately nearby. That's a unique, right? And Caligon. And he has some artifact boots, which are +1. How much perception do you have? He has 11 perception. We have 24 stealth when we're in stealth mode, so we should... Oh, he's on Finrod as well. We actually would probably prefer those. +3 is better than anything we can smith. I don't know if there's any way that we can get them though, without actually fighting him. So what do these boots give us? Stealth, Perception, Master Hunter, that's probably worth carrying. We do lose free action. I really would like Finrod. I think Finrod is free action. So what if we... Elemental Resistance, Strength, Dex, Con, and we just fight him. Oh, actually, he's easy. Yeah, I don't know what I was worried about. He's got not that much health. Nice. Okay, so now we have Finrod, which is actually really good. It saves us one whole forge. We don't have to smith our boots now. So we use those. We are at +3 evasion on our boots, which is very nice. I think smithing we could have only gotten to boots with free action. We could have only got... Oh, I guess we could have got +2. So we're at +1 above what we would have been smithing, which is nice. Means we can maybe skip a forge elsewhere, because our helm that we want to smith would only give us +1 as well. So if we just don't wear a helm, it'll be equivalent. And more experience as well means more evasion. Yeah. So we're at 48 evasion at the moment, which is really high for basically every enemy except for Morgoth. Mattock of Belagost is better than a shovel. Yeah, there's no other forges. Let's just go up. We've got all of our proper gear on, right? Yeah, I think we do. I guess we can drop the artifact boots, Tau Nufuin, whatever they are, since Finrod is better. What are we at for turns? We've spent 3,000 turns-ish, and we've smithed ourselves our rings, our grace boosting gear. So we only need to do a few more forges. Our min depth is 900, so the time is running out. Nice, forge right away. That's extremely good. Hopefully there's nothing super dangerous in here. Some trolls, maybe we can just ignore them. And a short sword. Okay, how many forge uses? 3 on that. So we need to make, what's the next best thing to make? Probably our dexterity robe. Okay, so robe with plus dex on it. We can get +3 evasion and... Okay, no, we can get +2 evasion, +2 dexterity. Yeah, that's good, right? Let's just go with that. And we need to name it. Well, we don't need to name it, but we should for clarity. Yep, okay. There's the trolls. Hopefully they can be shepherded towards that stair over there. Now go down. Very good. Ah, there's one more. Get out of here. Towards the stair, please. Go up. Good. No, up. Yep. Good. You're off the level. You're off the level. Nice. Okay, so we've got our +2 dex robe, which is also going to improve our archery and our stealth, which is very nice. And let's swap back to our other gear. So let's see, we are currently at +48. Is that right? Thought we'd be higher than that. I guess we still got a few things left to smith. Yeah, we need our weapon and our gloves. So gloves will bring us up to 50, weapon will bring us up to 56. Rest of the points in evasion will bring us up to 59. Am I missing something? Oh, then taking off the helm will bring us up to 60. Okay, so we should get there in 2 more forges, hopefully. Let's maybe continue over to the left, just in case we're really lucky and there is another forge on the level. Kind of do want the potion of healing. And potion of strength is also nice. We want to grab that. You can run away. Oh no, he backed into a corner and made himself aggressive. Okay, we should disappear from their sight with our good stealth. Come on, second forge. I don't think a second forge is happening. If we go up, we'll end up at 900 again because of our minimum depth, so let's just go up this stair. Probably want to just go down that stair. We'll go up that one over there, I think. Nine, 12 arrows left. We do have the piercing ones, but we kind of want to save those if we can. Oh, I thought it would fire at the Urarako. He got a free hit in on us, but fortunately he missed because our evasion is really high. I guess we're just going down these stairs. No forge on this level from the looks of it. How are we doing for turn count? Not too bad. Be nice to find another Revelations or a recharge. I think that's our first nameless thing. We won't bother trying to kill them because they'll take way too many arrows, which we can't afford. Probably could kill them, but yeah, the arrow cost is not going to be worth it. Staff of Shadows, not what we want. Okay, I think we just go up this stair. We'll have a little peek over here. Does look like a special room just here. Let's quickly look in and see what we have. Hopefully some arrows or something. There is a potion of quickness, which we, I think, do want to pick up. We used up all of our quickness when we were fighting Gothmog and the other guy. Yeah, up we go. There is a dragon there, who probably has a horde, right? What does he have in his horde? Short bow, spear, mail corselet. Nothing too interesting. Probably not a forge around here. Oh, arrows though. Nice. Plus 13 arrows. That is a good find. Okay, I think we just head up the stair. Yeah, there's nothing around here. We're out of voice, which is kind of bad. Maybe we should swap over to our grace gear for a little bit. It should make our voice recover more quickly because it's a percentage based thing. I don't think there's a forge on this level. We should leave. We'll do a quick check over on the right. We've lost one arrow there, unfortunately. Don't want to push past the Wraith and get it. We can afford our 23rd point of evasion. We haven't bought dexterity yet, have we? We should save up 1,000 experience and just buy dexterity. Those guys are going up the stairs, I think. Another Silent Watcher is probably worth killing. Let's Elbereth to get the troll out of the level. Oh. That was a bit unexpected. That's elemental resistance for this guy. Let's actually use a piercing arrow. It'll help kill the serpent more quickly. Come on, leave the level. Doesn't look like there's a forge in the immediate vicinity, and there are some angry werewolves, so we might just have to leave ourselves. Can we get to that? Yeah, we can. No forges, right? No forges. Probably don't want to mess with that guy, he might burn up our arrows. A few axes, which we do not care about. Another nameless thing. I don't think we've seen anything resembling a forge here either, so we should leave. There's only a downstairs near us, and maybe we should just press on, or we could go for that upstairs over there. Are you asleep? You are asleep. Well, okay, we'll go the other way then. Nameless thing is blocking our path. Should be able to juke around him. Oh, there is a forge. Orodruth. So that's like the really good one as well. We get +5 to our smithing from that, I think. So we definitely want to make use of that. It's going to be annoying to use it though. I think there's going to be a lot of enemies around here. Yeah, so 24. Our max difficulty is 31, so it adds 7 to our smithing, which is huge. We probably want to do a... What do we want to do? We can do a weapon. I was planning to use Masterpiece to make a really good plus dex weapon, but if we've got plus 7 to our smithing from the forge, we probably can get away without Masterpiece. So that's all of our smithing gear on, correct? Yep, 27. So if we make a... Oh, we need our gloves. If we make a sword, short sword, with plus dexterity on it, plus 2 evasion, plus 2 dex. We do need a couple of points. So we would need to spend 3 because we'd be wearing our Crown of Feanor. We'd be losing 1 grace from not wearing our helm. So it would cost us 3 points of smithing to make this sword at this forge. So what does that mean? We would have 3 less. We'd only be at plus 24. What else do we need to make? We only need to make gloves, which would cost us... Oops. $22, we can make gloves. So I think we can afford to lose 3 points of smithing here. So yeah, I think we do that. We have to drop our longsword of defender. That won't be useful anymore once we've made this. We have to wear our Crown of Feanor for Masterpiece. We have to keep in mind that if any enemies come in and interrupt our smithing, we have to take off the Crown of Feanor because it enrages enemies. We should clear this guy out right now then, because he'll probably just interrupt us anyway. Okay, so Crown of Feanor, sword, short sword, plus dex, 2 evasion, 2 dexterity. Yep, cool. Costs us 3 smithing to make. I think that is worth it. We actually managed to make it without being interrupted. I forgot to name it, but whatever, that's fine. We can probably drop the Dagger of Quivienin and just carry the Spear of the Vanyar. Go back to our Dex robe. We can drop Feanor at this point. We're never going to master piece anything else, I think. Use our Helm of Grace, our Gloves of Archery. So what are we at? We're at 55 evasion. So yeah, the sword is giving us plus 6 evasion because it's giving us plus 4 because we have parry, and then plus 2 from the dex. So we only need to buy dexterity. That'll bring us up to 56. And then we need to make some gloves. So we only need 1 more forge, I think. Which is good, because our min depth is at 950. We really need to hurry up and find that last forge. We don't have a lot of time left. It's worth killing you for experience, I think. But he's going to wake up everything else on this room, so maybe not. Okay, that woke up that guy. Let's piercing arrows on him. What? Ah, bugger. We got entranced by a dragon that was around the corner. That's really unfortunate. Well, okay. Let's see if there was a forge on this level. I don't know if we could have avoided that. Because yeah, we didn't see the dragon. I guess we could... No, we already had free action. There was a forge. That would have been perfect. Damn, that's so unlucky. I mean, we probably would have left the level before we actually found that forge. Oh well. Yeah, so we didn't manage to kill Morgoth, which is very unfortunate, but I think you can see that we were kind of on track to do it. If we had managed to get up to plus 60 evasion, we would have been basically immune to Morgoth doing any damage to us. But yeah, very unfortunate that that dragon happened to be right there. Oh well. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video where I just show off the throne room fight as it would have gone had we actually gotten everything. I'll do like a wizard mode thingy and make all the stuff that we were trying to make. But yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, we didn't win this one, but that's how it goes sometimes. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back to Sil-Q. So this is a wizard mode character, just to demonstrate what the end game of our archer character would have looked like if we had not been unfortunate enough to have died to that dragon. So this is a character that reached our experience total that we wanted, 77,700. We've got all of our skills sorted, and we managed to find enough forges to make all of the equipment that we wanted. So we have our dexterity boosting short sword, our rings of evasion, dexterity boosting robe, our shadow cloak, shield of deflection, a helm, which I think on our actual character we decided that we wouldn't wear a helm because we had found some artifact boots with +3 evasion on them. But for this wizard mode character, I've kind of stuck to the original plan of not finding any artifacts. Yeah, we've got +2 free action gloves and +2 free action boots, and we've got about 40 arrows of piercing. So one more thing I need actually, I do need potion of strength. Let's give ourselves a couple of those. Potion of quickness. Give ourselves a couple of those. And yeah, so if we had survived, the throne room probably would have been okay. There's the chance that something really nasty spawns here, but I think mostly when I've tested this, it's worked out pretty well. We kind of just come around the back way here. There is a silent watcher here that we need to take out, so we sing our Song of the Trees, we shoot him, he's going to let out a cry and break the tension, which is actually fine. We kill him. Because he's broken the tension, everything should be awake and wandering around. So Morgoth will be up around here somewhere. He's not too far away from where he normally sits. We just shoot him to grab his attention. We run back over this way. We quaff our quickness, which was, I think, the brown. We quaff our strength. And then we just shoot him with our arrows of piercing. And that will kill him pretty quickly. Oh yeah, so he does do this earthquake thing occasionally. He's not actually standing next to us at the moment. Even when he is standing next to us, if he misses us by 1 to 3, he can actually have a close miss, which will cause an earthquake, but there's very little chance of that happening. I think it's at 61 evasion, it's less than 1%. I think it's like 0.75% chance of that happening. But as long as we don't get stuck in a pit, we should be able to kill him with our bow and our arrows of piercing, as long as we remember to keep our strength up. So we're doing 46 damage with our bow. Even if we happen to do no damage, we'll still do 5 because we've got that puncture ability from the archery tree. You can see he's already down to about half health. We have lost our quickness, but that's fine. He's probably just slowed us down. As he gets slower, his will improves, so 2 sources of free action is no longer enough to guarantee that he won't be able to slow us. But yeah, it's going pretty well. We haven't even burned through our first potion yet. The duration is still going. Okay, so the quickness one just ran out. I guess we can just quaff another one of that. We're down to 10 arrows of piercing. If we run out of arrows of piercing, we just swap over to our regular arrows, and that'll still work, just slower. And he should be low enough now. Yeah, so he's at his maximum now, so he has plus 40 to hit, which was why it was so important that we get to plus 60 evasion, because his melee damage is 8d10, which is between 8 and 80 damage, so an average of 44 damage, which would definitely one-hit us. But yeah, so that was the idea. If we had managed to actually survive and make all of our smithing gear, it would have been pretty easy to kill Morgoth. So I guess the main difficulty in that character that we just played was actually surviving to that point. But yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea of what it would have turned out like if things had gone to plan. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.